Peace and blessings and keep up the lessons. You know who this is. Your brother Taalib from the Brother Taalib Show. Got more to go. This Afridamus situation. And I'm doing this the best that I can right now. I'm at the last hour. I'm supposed to be going to sleep. But hey, it's important. That's that goes to show the sincerity. And Allah knows best. I'm not here to try to prove nothing to any of you. But my sincerity is for Allah. It lies in Allah. I have to continue to make that. May Allah continue to make me sincere with this ikhlas, only to do and purify this deen and know and clarify this deen what it is, away from those of wayward Muslims and non-Muslims who want to make a bad image of Islam. Allahumma ameen. Bismillah wa salatu salam ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ajma'in. And let's get in. Ready? Are you ready? Let's get it. Yes, peace and blessing. Keep up the lessons. I'm going to jump right in. This is the first clip I'm going to do. I'm going to do 3 clips on this one. Try to be a little quicker and get through these videos so that, time is not that long. And I don't want to be as long as the other videos. I'm going to bring them down and decrease them. So bear with me. Don't forget to click the like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And share the video. Because we need to. We need to get this out. We need to expose these guys. It's for real. And I'm talking about to the Muslims and the non-Muslims. If you choose to want to be honest and neutral people, when you see the evils of what Afridamus is trying to do, even though I'm not saying that he's evil, but he's ignorant. And he's using his position and his platform to bring evil against Islam. And when I say evil, is meaning that how can you mock, how can you talk and slander the belief in the Creator, okay? Because you want to try to get people to see negatives, but then you're not showing the other side. I haven't heard not yet one thing of good that they talk about Islam. Not one. And if you have, you can either let me know in the comment space. Tell me that you heard any good that Afridamus said. All you hear is that as much as they can to go up against anything that has to do with Islam, and of course they go with the Arabs and they say it's the Arabs' faith, and we've been the Arabs' faith, and we've been clearly brothers like myself and the Muslims and who have been doing these YouTube videos and content creating videos and stuff like that, and bringing in our content to try to tell you and give you history and giving you proof. But if you're not genuine as a non-Muslim, then that's what you got to deal with. That means people are going to know of you. People are going to know like they know of the other people who have been doing all the chaos and foolishness in the continent and going there and traveling from the African diaspora, and they have ulterior motives and they get revealed. You're going to get revealed. You're going to get exposed. Allah exposes the sin and the disobedience and the evil of the people because he wants to basically guide the people. He wants us to be guided. He loves us. He cares for us. And he wants us to be guided. So let's get with it. All right. So let's listen. Hold on for a sec. Sorry.
The T to the letter to the T, according to the authenticity of So what is your argument? Are you saying you're more authentic than Boko Haram, people that are in that group?
It's not about me. We're talking about Boko Haram.
So no, let me finish.
Boko Haram is the people we're talking about, not me.
Okay,
I have nothing to do with Boko Haram.
But you brought them up. I'm asking you, what problem do you have?
He says I brought them up, and this topic says Boko Haram, so he was going off topic because he's trying to get me. He's trying to trick me. He's trying to get me baited to follow and divert off of what we were talking about. So I can get to my point and bring my point out. He don't want that point to come out. He wants to bring his point. He wants to keep the narrative going along and painting the image that they're trying to paint against Islam. Not just the Boko Haram. Like I said, they use Boko Haram as a tool. As many in the media, and I spoke on many of the people who are enemies to Islam or who want to paint and defame Islam, because once they go to the faith, then they can get the people. Once they create a lack of, just like they did with us as African Americans, and they debase our humanity, okay, belittle our humanity, then we're not worth to nobody. Our lives ain't worth anything. So the same with the Muslims. That's how they're able to get over and killing in these Muslim lands and what's going on in Palestine. What was going on in Rohingya in China. Over there in that part of Asia. I can't remember the area, Burma, and then what's going on with the Chinese Muslims that are being oppressed and persecuted in China. It's okay for them to do that. And then the bombings and the killings in Iraq, and more than they talk about combatants and they're talking about people dying, because they're in the area and the war has to be fought. So they're killing innocent people like, what's her name? Albright. She used to be, I think she used to be Secretary of Defense. Okay. And she made a statement right out in the open, says some lives are going to have to be done, going to be lost because we're striving to defeat these people. So some people are going to have to die. Who was the most people who died in Iraq? It was the Iraqi people. And in Syria, the same thing is going on, the proxy war. Right? Okay, but let me get back to the point.
With them, they said, hold on, they said they are Muslims, right?
Islam.
Really?
They're not upon the Sunnah.
What are they doing? What are they doing? That is name one thing that.
Now you notice again, he cuts me off. I can't even answer the question all the way. But Kemet was able to answer the question. He's able to answer the question. Nagnizi was able to answer the question. Even Rashid, they cut him off. Because that's how they do. That's their tactic. To try to dictate and try to control the conversation so it goes in their benefit. And it gives their position to the audience and creates that image and keeps the image to go. This is what they're trying to do. This is techniques that they learn. And they learn from other non-Muslims especially that are anti-Islamic and Islamic phobes. These are what these people are. Know that, people. And I'm talking about to most of the Muslims. If you're non-Muslim, stay neutral and you will know what's going on too. Because if you're not, then you're going to be blinded and you're going to blind follow these guys. And it's sad.
That they're doing that is misrepresentation.
First of all, is the one that everyone spends their time with Islamophobia is called jihad.
What is Islamic teeth?
That's it with that. So we'll close that one out. All right. And we're going to bring you the next one. Okay, hold on. All right.
What is Islamophobia?
That's one thing.
What is Islamophobia?
What is a phobia? Phobia is fear. So fear, and even somewhat based on what you speak on, and other.
What are they fearing? What are they fearing?
Boko Haram comes with an ideology.
What do they feel?
To innocently
let me speak.
Terrorize people.
Let me go back. Let's listen again.
Terrorize people.
No, not that.
Terrorize people. And they claim it's Islam, but it's not Islam.
I'm confused.
Political ideology.
So what are they doing that is name one thing that they are doing that is misrepresentation?
First of all, is the one that everyone spends their time with Islamophobia is called jihad.
What is Islamophobia?
That's one thing.
What is Islamophobia?
What is a phobia? Phobia is fear. So fear, and even somewhat based on what you speak on, and other.
You see how the technique. What is this? What is that? What is this? Instead of staying on one question, so that if you're sincere and you want to know something, and he says earlier, we're trying to learn. That's not genuine because you're not genuinely trying to learn. Stop it. The pattern shows what you really are trying to do. You're trying to defame Islam. You're trying to create an image. You're trying to base a position against Islam, and you need that support. And you need even the the Muslim, to mess up and make errors, and then also be drowned out by you and others to speak while they're speaking. So then that roasting thing, it gives that people that hype, and they're like, yeah, he got roasted. Like a bunch of kids. Wow. Anyway, let me keep on going.
What are they fearing? What are they fearing?
Boko Haram comes with an ideology to innocently terrorize people.
Now, right there, I just want to correct my error. Is no, what Boko Haram is doing is not innocent. I meant to say that that is a terrorizing innocent people. So that was kind of backwards there. But you know, I'm man enough to stand up and say I made an error. I don't know about them. You know what I mean? These are supermen. Super Magnesi and Afridamus and all these guys. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm in school again with a bunch of, because even you get punished. You got when you trying to speak to the teacher, and he wants to be the teacher. He's playing the teacher role. You know, probably most of those guys are younger than me, but you know, and they don't care about who I am because they don't know me. So as far as respect of the elder, I'm not going to even expect that. But anyway, roasting is their thing. It's like these dudes, young dudes in the street. He got roasted, you know, all that stuff. Come on. Grow up, man. All right, let's finish.
And they claim it's Islam, but it's not Islam.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
Political ideology.
So what are they doing that is name one thing that they are doing that is misrepresentation?
First of all, is the one.
Just what I said. Cutting that off because we did that. We've done. So let's move on to the next one. And this is the last one, and I'll let you guys go. Kind of answering. But it was clear. It's clear and it's known in Islam by the scholars of Islam that any of these ideologies of these deviant sects, okay, because they're known as a deviant sect, their ideology derives from a group called Khawarij. And I'm giving you a breakdown. Khawarij, and they are a deviant sect that had developed an ideology on the simple terms. I'm not going to get into all the technical and getting into from the books of the scholars because most of you are not Muslim. Most of you are non-Muslim, so you're not going to understand. It's going to go right over your head. And like Magnesi tries to act like he understands everything, and he doesn't even know Arabic like that because he didn't want to. If you notice, you'll find in that video later on, he didn't want to, and he tries to use the excuse, I don't need to because I'm not Muslim. But yet you want to try to throw it at me. You're saying I need to. I know my faith. I know what I need to do. And I know the part that I need to know. So you understand the faith that way. So you should be shut. You should be keeping your mouth shut and learn something. And you should have stood in the faith so you can learn first before you decided to say, no, this is not for me. But you really didn't learn because you learned from people who were deviant anyway. Sister Clara and Muhammad, they're not Muslims. Those people who were there, unless you were with War of Deen, then they're also deviant too. Because of they still cling to the teachings of Elijah Poole, okay, Fard Muhammad, which was this guy was calling himself God. And in Islam, our foundation is called Tawheed. We don't believe in no man being God. We don't worship any human being. And even I had to deal with Afridamus when he was saying that we worship, and he didn't want to let me speak. You can't hear me because I'm low again in that part when he was talking about this is shirk. And I said, what? That's what you're saying. And you'll hear it later. I'm going to go through it if you watch the video. All right, so let's let this one go and we finish up.
To innocently terrorize people. And they claim it's Islam, but it's not Islam.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
Political ideology.
So Boko Haram is political ideology.
Yes.
But
got it.
Now you see how low I am? That's and if you notice when you say wait, trying to stop me, you can hear the click, click, click. Just listen in real good. You're making maneuvers, bringing that levels down.
But what book are they following?
They can be following Cracker Jack's instructions for the put
No. Let's speak on. Let's speak on.
Read something and not interpret.
Let's speak on facts. Hold on.
Correctly.
Hold on.
Because they don't have guidance from the person who is the original person who gave that teaching.
You see, again, if a person is genuine, sincere, and they want to learn and want to understand, they're going to let the person speak. They're not going to cut them off and try to give them another question on top of that and give them another question on top of that. because that's not their interior motives. But that's not what they're trying to do. Be genuine and get to know. They have ulterior motives. That's what it is. Okay.
Hold on.
This is what's understood.
Hold on. So I'll ask you.
Hear the clicking. So I'll ask you, and bringing my level down. Go ahead.
Again. So because these people,
to innocently terrorize people.
So that's it.
And they claim it's Islam, but it's not Islam.
I'm confused.
Political ideology.
So that's it. And pretty much, I hope you guys got the gist of what I was saying and everything. And to the next video, appreciate you listening in and getting with your brother. And don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the videos, or actually my channel, I should say, so you can see more videos in the future and what's going on and be involved into other areas that are beneficial and not just based on this. Like I said, like I say in my other videos, I don't just base on this, but when this comes up, and I have to, and I feel obligated to do, because falsehood is being presented about Islam, I'm going to bring the haqq and the truth to the best of my ability and what I know, only to that which I know. And they might not understand, but they might want to have me fail in doing so because I lack in knowledge of what they expect me to have. And no one, even scholars, they know, and they're humble enough, and that's where I am. And I don't care who you are and what you try to do, and when you want to try to, misguide me and sway me into what you want and divert me, you're not. I don't have an ego issue where I have to feel like, because I don't know enough Quran that you feel I should do. You want to put the Muslim on a level and a scale that they don't even have to be a Muslim. And what is their position with their Lord? We do this for Allah. We don't do this for the stage. And most of us, I can speak for as Muslims. Muslims don't come to try to talk about their faith because they want to be on stage. The Muslim comes because they want to speak and glorify Allah and His belief and be thankful to Him for that which they gave to Him. It's a mercy for us because we have a position and a direction and a guidance to that after this life that most Muslims, and if you don't know about Islam, that's another thing. Most Muslims depend, and especially the early Muslims, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Salaf as-Salih, which are the companions, his companions in the generations that preceded them, which were 2 generations. They are all 3 blessed generations. They were blessed by Allah, and they were given that mercy more than any of us because they were sincere and they lived firm and better than any of Muslims today. And I speak for myself included. So I don't never try to put myself and compare myself up to the level of them. Or even Musa, who was another prophet before Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the last. Musa alayhi salam was before him, and Isa, or Jesus as we know of him. So we know of the prophets. We have that respect and we keep ourselves in our place. We're not no prophets. We're not nobody at that level. We don't worship Muhammad. Muhammad is not a man. Is not a God. He's a man, and he died. All the other prophets as well. They were men. They were human beings, but they were prophets. That's what gave them that great position and rank with Allah, because He was pleased with them, because they was pleasing to Him, because they did what they were supposed to do and followed Him and obeyed Him and led the people to Him, called the people to Him and to worship Him alone upon Tawheed. This is our faith of Islam, and the basis of what we looking for to get out of that is the hereafter. That's the main point, is the hereafter. So we don't do this to be on stage. And if any Muslim does that, those are the ones that make a lot of those errors. Those are the Boko Harams. Those are the Shabab. Those are all these groups. Those are the wayward Muslims. Those are the Muslims who committed slavery because they wanted to be on top of the world. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the Muslims who do any sin today and has done it yesterday. And may Allah guide us and straighten our affairs and make us those who are submissive and obedient to Him and die in the state of al-Islam and not out of Islam, like some of you who left the faith. And you're going to find out when the time comes. But the hereafter is what we strive for. Because in the hereafter, that's what's going to make it. That's what's going to matter. On the day of Yom Qiyamah, the day of judgment, the day that you say, talk about the judge, that judge, he's going to judge you. So you should be glad that if you get the judgment coming off of my tongue to you, or Boko Haram making statements against them, because it's judgment that the Creator does give to you, me, or a Muslim to give to the people, as well he gave to Musa, and he was a prophet, and he's given to the people who follow Musa. And they weren't prophets, but they had to give the other people that they passed the message to. They passed the message. There's nothing wrong with that. They advise. Like you want to advise your people, and you think you're advising your people. Right? Afridamus, get it together, bro. All right, I'm finished. Peace and blessings. A little bit under 20 minutes, but of what it was last time. And I appreciate you listening. Till next time, peace and blessings. And listen up for the next videos. And subscribe again. Share them. Inshallah. All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Subhanahu wa hamdihi. Ashhadu wa la ilaha anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.